So that's the equation I got. And also note that mu b minus mu a, what is this? The slope of the curve, del g del x, del g del x b. Slope of the curve. Slope of the curve. Mu b minus mu a divided by the whole length. That is the slope. The slope. This slope. So we have that equation minus from this equation you just multiply by xa xb to all three, so you will get minus xa d mu a equal to xb d mu b equal to xa xb d of mu a minus mu b minus mu a. You just multiply by xa xb, what you will get? Minus xa d mu a equal to xb d mu b equal to xa xb d of mu b minus mu a. From here, d of mu b minus mu a del xb is nothing but del xb of del g del xb.
Sir, where that equation can be?
Which one?
The minus d mu by xp.
Where?
Oh, this one you did not get, or what? This length, the identical triangle, this length divided by the horizontal that length should be equal to this length divided by this length. This length is minus d mu a over xb. This is del mu b, d mu b over xa is equal to this total length divided by the whole length.
We are taking the slope, equating the slope.
Slope.
From the identical triangle you get this. From this you are multiplied by xa xb. So what you are getting? xb d mu b equal to this one. I'm writing this side only. So if I take derivative, so from this equality, if you take d mu b del d mu b, just take derivative with respect to xb. This side will be del ln xb equal to xa xb d of mu b minus mu a over xb dxb. Fine. What is the right hand side? D mu b minus mu a dxb is nothing but double derivative of Gibbs free energy with respect to xb. That is the curvature. So your d mu b over d ln xb is nothing but xa xb multiplied by the curvature. Similarly, d mu a over d ln xa is equal to xa xb multiplied by the curvature. and they are equal. So what we are finding that our thermodynamic factor is equal to, is related to curvature of the Gibbs free energy versus composition curve. If it is if the curvature of the Gibbs free energy versus composition is negative, then your thermodynamic factor becomes negative and your intrinsic diffusion coefficients become negative. In that case, uphill diffusion can occur. For example, spinodal decomposition corresponds to curvature is negative, thermodynamic factor becomes negative. That's where you see it goes up the hill of the composition. All these diffusion coefficients, they vary with temperature by Arrhenius type of law. Any of the diffusion coefficient, d tilde, d or anything. Everyone got these things.
So can you repeat the
How
last
it is
part?
related to curvature? If not, then why don't you stop me? Why don't you ask me? Ask. I do not want to lose any one of you. If you lose me at any point of time, if you are not understanding me, you tell me that where, at what step.
The last
So
one.
last part.
This equation was right.
No, the next slide.
This one.
Yes.
Till this equation it was fine. I am taking from this. XB d mu b equal to xxb
D mu b minus mu. Mu b minus mu.
fine. Take derivative with respect to xb. Fine.
So this should be +1. If we take derivative with respect to speed. This should be plus d mu b. Another term.
Why are you laughing and what is the problem? So this is del ln xb.
XB should also be differentiated.
So dividing both sides by dxp. और x beta 1 by नीचे
So you are saying that why not? Well, like del xb of the whole thing. This derivation is given in Porter-Stirling chapter 1. Please go through it in section 1.8.
Sir, how it is related to the thermodynamic factor? You have explained.
it is curvature relation.
Yes, sir.
What?
Uh,
Thermodynamic factor, what it is? How did you get it? Mu equal to mu naught plus x. Then you do with respect to x. What was it?
80.
From there you got the thermodynamic factor, you remember. So from the derivative of chemical potential you will get the thermodynamic factor. If the derivative with respect to A and B are same, then they are same. So any diffusion coefficient varies with temperature following activation energy, say E or Q or whatever, of the corresponding process, and if it is activation energy per atom, then K. If it is per mole, then R. At any temperature, activation energy of diffusion, activation of energy of diffusion is higher or lower for grain boundary with respect to lattice.
Grain boundary is lower.
Grain boundary is lower. So if I plot log D, so this corresponds to your grain boundary, and your lattice but overall diffusion will be weighted by how much grain boundary, or the, if you take, so thickness of the grain boundary versus the overall grain diameter. Okay, so that ratio, so grain boundary diffusion coefficient will have the contribution weighted by its thickness over the grain boundary, over the grain size. With respect to grain size, what is the grain boundary thickness? Okay, so if you multiply that, then this will come down by so this is the grain boundary effective contribution obtained by multiplying it by say, grain boundary thickness over grain diameter. So if you take into account the grain boundary area per unit volume, because how much grain boundary is available for the atom to get transported, it will come down if you have to multiply by that factor. So it will come down. Although grain boundary diffusion is much higher, diffusivity is much higher at all the temperature, but if you multiply it, the effective grain boundary diffusivity will come down from here to here. That means it will intersect at a temperature. And in that case, as we said, that at higher temperature, your lattice diffusion is more contributing, whereas at lower temperature, grain boundary diffusion will contribute more.
delta is the grain boundary area.
This is grain boundary thickness, this is grain diameter. So this is related to grain boundary area per unit volume. If you take unit area and multiply by both, then it is related to the area per unit. How much available? What is the pathway thickness of the grain boundary with respect to the lattice? Guys, if you have this type of concentration profile, after certain time t of annealing, will the concentration, how the concentration profile will look like? Will it remain? So at certain time t, it is here. At certain other time t2, will it go up or will it go down? Or will it remain where it is now?
Go down. So it's a two-phase system.
This one will go down and this one will go up.
No, this is a single phase composition profile.
Carbon goes less.
So at any point x,
Slope will decrease.
what I am asking is,
Slope will decrease.
at any point x, what is the value of dc dt? Is it positive or negative?
It will become 0.
What is dc dt? Is diffusivity multiplied by
Negative.
the curvature of this.
That will
Is the curvature positive or negative?
negative. Negative.
If it is negative, then at any point A, the concentration will come down after certain time. So this curve will go down. Similarly, if the curve it had been like this, then it would go up.
Yes.
You agree with this?
Flatten.
So whatever we have discussed is mainly in single phase, where the A and B are mixing in each other completely. But there can be cases where there are intermediate phases that can form in the phase diagram. That will come down parallelly certain amount. That's what I said.
We wrote reverse.
Sorry?
We wrote reverse. If you multiply the thickness,
It's a fraction, na? I wrote reverse. Which one?
if you multiply the fraction, then it will come down. Decrease.
It is coming down.
Actually, so then this multiplication will lower one.
Which one?
Into delta by t is the lower.
That is what is the question? I'm not getting it. If I multiply by
So that
by the fraction,
in the lower graph, lower line. This line will be
the grain boundary effective contribution will be lowered. Now the grain boundary diffusivity is higher at all the temperatures. the effective contribution of the gate boundary will come down.
স্লোপ তো সেম থাকবে স্লোপটা এটা কন্ট্রিবিউশনটা লোয়ার হবে কারণ থিকনেস
So he's saying lower one will be given delta by t. D by t कौन है?
While we derived our intrinsic diffusion coefficient, that it's not only the chemical potential gradient, any potential gradient in that new term, not only chemical potential, if I have electrical potential or magnetic potential, anything, if there is a gradient, that can affect your diffusivity. So mu will contain not only mu is not only chemical potential, or it will contain any potential. So there can be electromigration or thermal migration. If there is a thermal gradient, that also can affect the diffusivity. Okay. So there are lots of self studies to do from Porter Esterling book and the books I have covered. All those will be part of your exam. How the diffusivity or the intrinsic diffusivity and the chemical diffusivity varies with concentration. What is impurity diffusion coefficient? How do you find it? If you have small amount of B in A, where XB is almost tends to 0, then your XA tends to 1, XB equal to 0. That means your homogenization diffusivity, that is chemical diffusivity, will be equal to the solute atoms diffusivity under chemical gradient. That is the impurity diffusion coefficient. That you can find out if you have a, say, homogeneous alloy, but very dilute. You put very small amount of B in A, so almost XB equal to 0. You have that alloy, then you put on the surface radioactive atoms of XB of B, and from that, from the measurement of the concentration profile of that radioactive atom, you can find out this. So that is the impurity diffusion coefficient. So whatever basics I have, but you have to use it. If you read it and if you use it, then you can understand how the profile will look like at different times and those things. What I have not discussed yet, but which you may have already gone through and which you may do self-study, is if you have system for which intermediate phases that can form. Say A and B, you are butt welding and annealing for certain time. Parul, what is the discussion point? Can you please tell us also? What is your question or comment? Please, sir. Please, sir. What were you discussing?
Sir, I'll ask you later after the class.
Ask now. If I can, I can answer. If I cannot, I will also tell that I can tell you later. Ask now.